What's going on? I'm Aman, back again for more cooking. So our producers gave us a new kitchen, new cooking environment, cooking facilities, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so today we're going to cook my original shrimp with a coconut cream sauce. So this is a very good recipe if you're short on time and you still want something delicious. So it takes very little effort, it's easy to cook, it's quick, and it's absolutely delicious because it's my recipe. So over here we have our ingredients for this dish. So starting over here we have ginger, water chestnuts, garlic, and over here is our assortment of vegetables. So we have broccoli, pea pods, mushrooms, my personal favorite, baby corn, and squash, yellow and green. We also have lemongrass for additional flavor, and right here is red cayenne pepper. And over here, this right here, this beautiful thing right here, is like the heart and soul of this dish. It's a mix of spices. It's red pepper, salt, ginger, and lemongrass, all mixed together in a blender to form this beautiful assortment of spices. Now that we know what's going in here, we're gonna make shrimp. So before we do that, we're just gonna set the rice to boil. That's the wrong one. Don't know how to use our new kitchen facilities just yet. Alright, so the rice is going to boil while we make the rest of the dish. This should take about 10 minutes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the shell of the shrimp, because you don't want to eat a shell. It's bad. It tastes disgusting, it's hard, it's gross. Alright, so here's how you do it. You want to take the shell, you want to separate it from the meat, just like that, and peel at it. Then you want to grab the legs of the shrimp from the bottom, right here, and squeeze at the tail, and off comes the shell. So now that we removed the shell and got all the nasty stuff off the shrimp, we're going to cook everything. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the shrimp, put it in the pan, cook it up, and then we're going to check on the rice, remove the shrimp, put it back in the plate, cook the vegetables, add the shrimp back, and then you add your spices and your coconut milk. So now what we're going to do is, first thing, like I said, we're going to cook the shrimp first, right? Alright, so you take your oil, and again, you don't want to dump all the oil in, that's too much oil and it's bad. You just want to put enough oil to grease the pan, but you also want enough so saute the shrimp. That's a good, healthy amount of oil. It's good for you. Alright, so now we're going to turn on the stove. Turn it on, let the oil heat up a little bit, and then we're going to add the shrimp. Now that your oil is crackling and heating up, you want to add the shrimp. Now we're going to cook the shrimp. You want to be careful not to overcook the shrimp, because then it's going to be chewy. So as soon as you see it turning red, you want to take it off the pan so it doesn't overcook. And you're going to add it right back, so it's okay if it's slightly undercooked. It's better to be slightly undercooked right now than slightly overcooked. You want to supervise each shrimp, make sure none of them get too overcooked. And when you see it turning red from the bottom half, you flip it over. Cooking the shrimp should take no more than 5 to 7 minutes. As soon as they're red, you want to take them right out because you don't want to overcook them. So once you cook the shrimp, you're going to put it back in that plate. And it should be like a reddish brownish color, cooked well but not overcooked, because that's the worst thing when it comes to shrimp. Alright, so while that was happening, the shrimp was cooking, this rice was sitting here quietly cooking also. So you want to check it, make sure it's done, taste test it, looks pretty good, it's all set. So we've got our rice, we got our shrimp. Now the next step is we want to cook the vegetables. So now we're going to start with the mushrooms, and first I'm going to wash them so you don't get any nasty salmonella. So now you've got your washed mushroom that's ready to get cut up. So now we're going to cut the baby corn. So now that you've cut all the baby corn, we're going to move on to the water chestnuts. now once we're done with the water chestnuts, we're gonna cut up the broccoli. So now that all the broccoli is cut up, we're gonna put it all in a bowl and cut the squash. So now that we're done cutting the vegetables, we're gonna cook the oil. You want to take some more oil and add it to the pan, just a little bit, because there's going to be oil left over from the last time we used this pan. When we throw the vegetables in, we're going to take the garlic and the ginger and we're going to saute it in the oil. So we got to get my shredder. Alright, so we're going to just shred the garlic right in. So now that you shredded the garlic, we're going to take your little slice of ginger and just shred it right in. So now that the ginger and garlic is shredded, you want to turn on the stove and just saute the garlic and ginger in the oil. Alright, so now that the garlic and ginger are sauteing in there, let that cook. You want to add the vegetables. This process of cooking the vegetables should take about 7 minutes. So now that your vegetables are cooked, you want to add the shrimp. And just look at how beautiful that looks. Just look at it. Doesn't it? Tell me it doesn't look beautiful. So you want to just let the shrimp sit in there. And then you want to while this starts to cook, you want to add your coconut milk right in there. So you can get this coconut milk anywhere, any grocery store. It's just canned coconut milk, and you just want to add it in there. And I used up about half the can for this. So now that you added your coconut milk, you take your lemongrass, throw that in there for some extra flavoring, and you want to let it cook on medium heat and really let the flavors of the lemongrass and the coconut milk seep into the food. Let the food saturate the flavors. Now, the final step, you want to take this beautiful combination of spices that we talked about earlier, just add it right into the coconut milk, add it right into the mix, and just stir. Finally, you want to take some salt, just right here. Can't even keep track of this. This new kitchen has got me a little confused, and just add it right in. And I think it's done. So now that the main dish is done, you have your rice. So you can either serve it on the side, or you can do some fancy things with it. You can make a bed of rice, put this on top, or put this in the middle of your plate and have a ring of rice around it, whatever you want. Rice in this sauce will also taste absolutely delicious. And now here you have your vegetables and shrimp in a coconut cream sauce. This is my sauce, and it's going to be absolutely delicious because it's Aman sauce. Enjoy.